How will digital marketing change in 2020? Will it actually change? Does it depend on the industry? Of course, but there are some online marketing trends that I think we should take into account for next year. First of all, and we talked about it in our previous episodes, marketing automation will definitely be on the rise. According to the eMarketer surveys, 86% of the display ads right now will be programmatic in 2020. Also, chatbots are on the rise, and also Google and Facebook are implementing more and more automation in bidding, targeting, and so on, and you probably know already if you follow Digital Brunch on YouTube. If you haven't, don't forget to subscribe now, because we always bring you fresh digital marketing tips, trends, and case studies. So as I was saying, marketing automation will definitely be on the rise. And why do I think this will happen? Because especially it will save us time as digital marketers. It will help us focus on the creative, on the message, on strategy, and so on. And it will make us as marketers more effective and more productive. Secondly, I think that finally last click attribution in Google Analytics will slowly start to die. It will be just the beginning, but the good news, in my opinion, is that with the launch of Google Data Studio and other BI tools, I think that businesses have started looking at the whole customer journey and realizing that last click is actually a trap, because it doesn't give you insights into the whole journey that a customer undertakes in relationship with your brand before converting. And I think that's a trap that we will finally get over, and that's really, really good news. Third, I think that in 2020, the fact that Facebook and Instagram have started, and not only the other social media networks, have started focusing more and more on stories, on instant content, on groups and communities, will also make brands do this shift that is, in my opinion, long overdue. I think social media will finally be more and more about communities and groups and actually long-term relationships with customers. As you already know, Facebook is prioritizing groups, and it will do this more and more. It's also prioritizing stories, and we also see the rise in Snapchat stories, in Instagram stories. All the other social networks have this type of instant, real-time communication that makes everything more and more interactive. And this will also help brands not to communicate so much one way, not to just publish content, but for example to publish quizzes and polls and other types of content that will help the interaction with the customer. So it will be more and more about conversational marketing. This is something that will result. It will be about conversational marketing, it will be helped by chatbots, and chatbots will not only be used for customer service, but also as a start for marketing campaigns. Of course, this trend is more visible in the more developed markets, but it will become a general rule on the market, and it will start. Another good news is that in 2020, it will be a bit less about vanity metrics. I think that the fact that Instagram is starting to hide likes is a first step in this direction. It will help brands realize that it's not so much about vanity metrics, but about the end results, about the relationship with the customer, about the customer that clicks an ad, and so on, about the whole funnel. And I think that's really, really good news, finally. And another good news is that finally brands, because of GDPR and also because of CCPA, they will look more and more into privacy. And I think this is also a good news for the customer. Last but not least, you know those rumors that it will be only about voice search in 2020? Of course, it's not exactly like that. It was an exaggeration. But still, I think that brands will have to look at visual search and voice search because they are on the rise. I don't think that 2020 is the year when we will see actual huge results from voice search and visual search, but I think brands will understand more and more why it is good to prepare in advance for this. And also, I think that position 0 in Google search will be something that will make brands think more and more about the Google knowledge graph. you will realize that as the number of clicks that never leave the search engine results page is on the rise, brands will realize that in order to get good SEO, they have to rank there in position 0.